What's up, this is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, and welcome to episode 2 of my Halo 4 series for Razer Academy. This is Nak3d Eli giving you some pro tips on Halo. So right here we are in the default Infinity Slayer playlist. Wanted to give you guys some Slayer gameplay as opposed to just objective like our last episode on Extraction, the brand new Halo 4 game type never before seen in a Halo game. So in this episode, we're going to go over some power weapons and explain how loadouts really changed the game. It's completely different and plays differently than all previous Halo games. So right now, just picked up the beam rifle. From what you saw was a personal loadout ordnance. These are brand new to the Halo series. Basically, when you have that meter fill up right above my jetpack symbol on the left side, it fills up via points, assists, kills, medals, etc. Add to it. It starts off with just 70 points and then increases by 30% with a point multiplier every time you get an ordnance. So you usually get 3 to 4 drops per game depending on your kills and assists and medals. Now right here we have a DMR. I prefer that as my primary rifle of choice because it's been shown to be the most powerful weapon, although others use battle rifle and other weapons that they just want to practice with for competitive play. And I'm using the jetpack as my selected armor ability, which I want to focus on. The jetpack really gives you maneuverability around the map, unlike any other of the armor abilities. Some of them are also really useful, like Thruster Pack is used by a lot of pros because Thruster is also used in competitive play. But if you aren't practicing for a tournament and you're just having fun with friends, then you have a wide range of selective choices that you don't have to just limit yourself to the ones used in competitive play. But it's whatever you want to use, really, whatever you want to get better with. So I'm going to drop down a sticky det with my new ordnance. This thing is a beast. So let's talk about it's a brand new power weapon in Halo 4. It has a radius larger than the rocket launcher, and it's pretty much just as powerful. So you want to use that to either completely take off shields or finish up enemy kills around corners, especially when they're grouped up. Here, using the jetpack to get an advantage on an enemy with a power weapon. That's a good trade if you can do 1v1s like that. And it's all about basically eliminating power weapons from the enemy and getting them on your team. Imagine if your team has 4 snipers or 4 rocket launchers and they just have rifles that take 5 shots to take you out, right? It's not brain science to understand that you want to be the ones with the power weapons. So you have to target those players. I heard a call out over here that this guy had a railgun. So what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not going to be scared of it. I'm going to go head on with my teammates. You saw I had a teammate right there distracting him, and I'm going to clean up that kill. Now, sometimes in Halo 4, you can't really tell if they have power weapons. Like that guy just pulled a scatter shot out of nowhere. And that's why in competitive play, they've limited the loadout options so you can more easily predict these things. But in default Halo 4, you just have to be ready for a huge onslaught of different armor abilities, a huge onslaught of different weapons from personal ordnance, since personal ordnance is completely random. As you'll see, there's a video on my channel, Breaking Halo 4 Personal Ordnance Drops, that goes through all that in mathematical detail. So right there, cleaning up a double, trying to stay alive, you always want to have an escape route, like I mentioned in my last video, and that's even more important in Team Slayer. So right here, I have a power weapon. I'm not going to want to put myself out in the open where his 2 other teammates could shoot me. I'm going to want to sit back and wait for them to rush. If not, pull out the rifle. It's much better for long-range engagements. Right here, it looked like there was one enemy over here, which the saw would have torn him apart. But instead, he had another teammate with him. I'm going to get cleaned up, and my teammates are going to push on them, clean up one of the kills, and then I'm going to help secure top mid. Now, in this game, spawning is very focused on your teammates. So you notice how one of them spawned at open ramp right over there where I'm looking right now, and then a second spawned, and then a third spawned very quickly. So even though I was close by, it's a very strong spawning on teammates in this game. Now right here, I'm pushing down bottom mid to help my teammates out. You always want to be basically looking where your teammates are off your spawn. Thought he would have had some shots on that guy. It turns out he didn't, and I'm going to get cleaned up. You have to be really careful when pushing also. Right here we see that there's 4 enemies up top, so you have basically different choices in this game. And with the jetpack, you have a lot of choices. Try not to hit the ceiling like that. This is going to waste time. We're going to head up here, jetpack like I said, giving you much maneuverability around the map, able to clean up kills with your teammates and get yourself into good power positions. Try not to move in. I didn't notice there were 3 guys there. The thing is if you rely on your radar in default Halo 4, then you might not see a lot of their teammates, whereas they could be crouching, they could be hiding around a corner with a shotgun. In fact, yesterday I was playing a guy literally camped with a scatter shot in a corner all game long, did not move, and that's just silly because he's leaving his teammates out to die in a 4v3 essentially in the middle of the map. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Try to use the loadout weapons to your advantage, like this DMR and the bolt shot, which is a great pocket shotgun, essentially one-hit kill at close range. Try to use the power weapons from your personal ordnance drop really effectively. Get the snipers, get the close range weapons if you're more of a close range type of player. Work with your teammates to kill enemies who have power weapons, because if you just let them sit back with railgun, with sniper, with sticky detonator, then it's very likely that they will kill your entire team 2 times over with that weapon. Right here, closing down 590, 570. Someone's got to make a big play. If you see a weak enemy, go for it, and that's the victory. So if you want to check out the previous video and the end slate, you can also check out the next video and my channel as well. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thumbs up, and I will see you later. What's up? This is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, and welcome to Razer Academy's Halo 4 series with yours truly, Nak3d Eli. I run a Halo channel called LearnHalo that is one of the largest in the community, basically trying to help people understand how to play Halo a little bit better, a little bit smarter, and Razer reached out to me to ask me to make a video for you guys, so I said sure, I'll do a series and talk about some pro gameplay tips and basically just help you guys understand different